Hi, Yeti at large. So this is truck number 6 we're physically looking at. For every truck I physically went and looked at or followed up on, I probably looked at 50 online.
Hi, and welcome to Yeti at Large. This is a channel focused on making the most out of what you have, no matter where you're at. Thanks for tuning in and helping out.
This is York, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, whatever they are, Prescott Valley, Arizona. I'm hoping that they can resist the urge to try to sell, but so far not a single dealership has. Salespeople, stop monologuing at the customers. Start listening to the customers. It's simple. You guys, you're so eager to go into your sales routine that you start monologuing and you're like Bruce the shark in Finding Nemo, and your eyes roll over in the back of your head. You can't sell anybody anything. All that you can do is continue to add value until a purchasing decision or objections are overcome. We're going to go in here. We're going to look at another $40,000 used truck. This is a 2020 3/4 ton GMC, 74,000 miles on it. That's an average of 21,800 miles every year it was owned. And it's had brakes done 3 times now, including just swapping the fluid for their PDI here. The interesting thing was it was bought in Oklahoma, sold here. It's set up like a cattleman's truck. So in my mind, I see those miles being all interstate, but with bad brakes, I see that being stop and go. But who buys a 3/4 ton truck with 18,000 pound hauling capacity to go in stop and go traffic? Let's go check it out.
Now, before I show you the actual truck and we kick the tires, do an inspection and a test drive, let's run the tail of the tape. We want to make sure that we're actually looking at a truck that can do what we require it to do. This truck is going to be designed to pull a fifth wheel. Based on that, I need cargo capacity and I need trailer capacity. Now, every truck has one of these stickers. It'll tell you what the gross vehicle weight ratios are, what the combined weight ratios, max payload, and the trailer, max weight. The 2 numbers that are most important to me are the max payload of 3,374 pounds and the max trailer weight, gooseneck or fifth wheel, of 16,600 pounds. Those are remarkable numbers for a gas-powered truck, and in a large part, it's due to this engine. This is GM's 6.6 liter V8 engine, or in my terms, it's a 402. It's an old V8 long block. It's rated to produce 401 horsepower, but far more importantly, 464 foot-pounds of torque. And that's a decent and impressive number for a gas truck. Now, the diesel version of this engine produces nearly double, 910 pounds of torque, but you're also paying a 1,000-pound weight penalty, which cuts into your cargo and your payload. There's definitely a trade-off to be had here, but given my choices, I'm going with this 6.6 liter engine because I don't have the diesel weight penalty. They've done away with the AFM, active fuel management system, which I did not care for, and the torques are getting into a respectable range where I can use it. So that's how we produce these numbers. The fifth wheels I'm looking at have an empty weight of about 12 and some change, a full weight of 15 and some change, and a tongue weight, or how much that hitch weighs on the bed of the truck, of around 2,500 pounds. So we're in great shape for this truck. The limiting factor comes, I believe, in the tires and the wheels. Another sticker on those doors is the original size of the tires and their pressures. These are the original size tires, a 245/70R17. It's very limited in the load that it can carry. Each tire is rated for 3,195 pounds. You can see here that it's not only stamped on the tire but listed on the Michelin website. Doing a little more math, if you add the total load of those stock tires, they equal 6,390 pounds, which is the exact weight rating for this axle. But I've looked at the G-80 code in the glove box, and I've seen these exact same axles rated for over 7,700 pounds. So by switching to a Michelin Long Trail 275/65 R20, I can get a tire rating of 7,510 pounds. That's an 1,100 pound increase. That's a safety margin, and I think they're going to look a heck of a lot better, wear longer, and drive smoother on the interstate. So that'll be one of the next upgrades. Picture, if you will, a high chrome 8-spoke OEM rim. Now let's do a little mathematics and see if we can determine what type of miles were put on this truck. There's a setting on the dash that'll show you the total engine hours. If you subtract the idle hours when the car is in park or neutral, we come up with around 1,325 hours. If you divide that by the total number of miles, we come up with an average mile per hour of just under 56 miles an hour. Now, this may not be precise and there might be some interpretation, but that's a heck of a lot better than a number in the 20s. That tells me interstate time, that this truck spent its time pulling a horse trailer between where it was delivered in Oklahoma to where it's being offered for sale in Arizona. I also noticed there's an old turnpike tag still attached to the windshield. I was able to look at that number, and it revealed that that truck was hitting that turnpike 6 to 8 times a year for the last 3 or 4 years. Mystery solved. This thing's a highway cruiser with good quality highway miles. I'm not going to bore you with another inspection. You can watch one of the previous videos. I found a lot of things on this truck that I liked. It's clean, a lot of good features. The salesman was so busy, he didn't have time to hold my hand, and I told him I didn't need to be white gloved. He gave me the keys, told me the route for the test drive.
And since this is the unescorted test drive, I'm only going to focus on the gears and gadgets and dash, not the destination. C&H, pure cane sugar from Hawaii.
Now, anybody who's watched this channel for any length of time knows my fondness for C&H pure cane sugar from Hawaii as a baker. That's a class act. It's a little tell that tells me that these folks are running a better program than what I've experienced previously. Now, I'm here on a Saturday. I attempted to put a $500 deposit to hold this truck so that no one could buy it out from underneath me. Never done that before, may never do it again. The irony is, they never actually ran my credit card for the deposit. They just went on faith that I was interested in a person of my word. They were so busy on that Saturday, there were no lifts open for me to do my underbody inspection like I insist on doing. We made an agreement I'd be back on Tuesday, next time I could get down to that area, and I would look at the vehicle. It was parked off to the side, and there it sat the whole time. They took it off the internet so no one else could express interest in it. They had no backup offers, and I came back on Tuesday. So here we are back on Tuesday, and I'm not going to bore you with the underside inspection. Needless to say, it went very well.
Ed, did Austin leave the keys with it?
Yeah, they're in the truck.
Okay. Before we back it out, are you okay if I pop the hood and just check the charging system real quick? Thank you.
Now, I don't know any of these people, but I read name tags and I overhear conversations. I'm very grateful the mechanics allowed me into their space. I know it's annoying when you're busy, under pressure, and doing highly skilled work to have a customer taking up a valuable lift. So thank you guys. I gotta tell you though, so far, I'm not finding anything wrong with this. Car batteries on dealership lots tend to drain a little bit, but under a load, it was right where the book said it should be. So again, not finding anything wrong here.
Well, the inspection went well. Better than the autofocus on my camera, that's for sure. Let's go in and buy a car, people.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, race fans, and children of all ages, I present to you number 19, Led Zeppelin, the latest addition to our fleet. It was the lowest tax rate I could find in the state, no dealer junk fees to haggle over, a good fair price, and an excellent buying experience. I want to thank the folks at York, specifically Austin, Doug, Jared, Ed, Mike, and the rest of the crew. Thank you very much. I'm anticipating many more safe and trouble-free miles with this purchase. And now God help the poor RV salesman who has to deal with me next.
Always got to be one glitch, one gremlin. Driving home, major accident on the interstate, completely blocking the interstate. These delays can go to 6 to 7 to 8 hours sometimes. Fortunately, I remember a 24-mile back road around this blockage. So my brand new to me truck with its brand new paint, brand new wash, and brand new is now getting 24 miles of bumpy washboard dirt road. That's real, people. My favorite part is I'm caravanning with my sweetheart. She's in the Turbo Beetle. She knows how to drive. Makes a man proud. As Captain Jim Lovell once famously said, 20 seconds into the flight of Apollo 13, when the number 5 engine cut out, he said, "Well, men, I think we've had our glitch for the mission." I'm certainly not going to say that. But if that's the worst thing that I have to deal with, we're not doing too bad.